Hi everyone, welcome to Cosmic Turtles. My name is Tina, and today we're doing a collective reading. The energies are moving. There's things inside that's getting moved, shifted. There's shifting, which means whatever used to be stuck there is being released and it floats to the top. And what comes to the top, sometimes it's uncomfortable feelings, sometimes it's a remembrance of the past, it's something, a memory, something, and it's very uncomfortable. It's either you get the feeling and then you got to go and find out the root cause, or it's just breathe that feeling out. You don't have to remember it. Sometimes you don't have to remember it, okay, because some things are so painful you don't need to. If you work so hard at keeping yourself positive, keeping yourself in a good flow, you don't need to remember it. Just keep doing what you're doing. So the feelings will come up, so you bring them out through your heart. So it doesn't come up through your head as far, so you breathe them out. Because if it goes up to your head, then you lose mental clarity. So you want to keep your sense about yourself while everything else is going into chaos, right? So you breathe it out, learn different breathing techniques to be able to visualize like the breathing coming out of your heart when those uncomfortable feelings come up at any time, any moment, and then just breathe them out. And when you do, you're releasing whatever it is that's being unlodged inside of you. Okay, this is crucial at this moment because it's happening worldwide. And maybe there's not much understanding about it at the moment, but there is a lot of information from certain sources, including your own intuition, that is telling you these things are happening. Okay, we may have the sensation, but not the explanation behind it, and those can be found. Okay, so the first card that came out is the Death card. So there are things that are being released, that are being put to rest, that are just out with the old, basically. And whatever kept you blocked or stagnant or not able to move forward or created some type of resistance within you. So the Death card is showing up as the first card. Okay. The next card is Seven of Pentacles. So continue doing what you were doing. Tend your internal garden. There's seeds that were put in there that when the energy way back in the past were not as... The energies of the past, it was like these seeds were in you, but they were dormant. And now with the new energies that we've all collectively went into, and that includes the earth itself in a new area and space that she's positioned in, now we're receiving newer energies. The older references were that we were entering the age of Aquarius, and that would bring in the new energies and stuff like that. So the second card is Seven of Pentacles. This is usually the card that you're pondering inside of you. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And then when you get to the next card, which the sequence is Eight of Pentacles, is you see someone hard at work on their pentacles. And it is the card that says, yes, the juice is worth the squeeze and I'm taking this direction. So while you don't know what direction, until you get that intuition, that gut feeling, that inspiration comes through you, until then, just continue being the gardener of your own garden, of what you hold of value that you are. Okay, so continue doing that while things are being released. It's out with the old, in with the new, or allowance of the new to come in. And these seeds that were in you since your birth, now they have the proper energy and they're starting to grow. And as they're growing, they're pushing the stuff they don't need, or they're using what was negative experiences that created a whole bunch of crap, but they're using the wisdom of that. So they're using all that energy as fertilizer to help with its growth. Okay, so there's always a recycling of energy. There's no good or bad really, although our own experience can say different. But on the greater perspective of things, there's no good or bad. It's just everything is, and there's always a balance of things happening. But while you're in the experience, it's way different. It's, oh no, this was totally traumatic, this was this, this was that, and we're allowed to have our own view on an experience until we grow above our own old experiences and are able to look at it with more wisdom. Okay, so these are channeled in, this is like half channeled, and the cards are just confirming it, so this is channeling. All right, so let's see what's next. Yes, a lot of you in the middle of your shadow side. So basically, what is coming up is affecting you. And don't allow, try in any which way you can. Try to hold on to something that represents light, that represents positivity to you. Okay, while you're going through this transition, because it's not an easy one, and you will have up and downs of emotions. It's gonna be like a roller coaster ride, but you are gonna get, it's temporary, and you are gonna get through it. Just keep something that you hold of value within you, whether it's your integrity, your stubbornness, your will, your courage, your determination, whatever it is, that you know that sparks something inside of you, that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Hold on to that part of you, because that is the part that's going to be left when everything else is stripped away. Okay, that's how it feels like, the experience itself. When someone else is looking at it from the outside view, what you're going through, they're just going to see you as an everyday normal person. It's not going to be seen that way by other people, and you'll truly feel alone, because you'll be like, I'm going through all this, but don't worry, because it's temporary. And there isn't an inner consciousness that's observing and loving you through all this. Okay? You're not alone. Not truly. Although it feels that way. So while you're going through the shadow side, okay, while you're releasing what you no longer need and holding on to what is you, what you know to be you, you'll get through this, okay? All right, so let's see what is next. And a lot of you are going to be looking at what you lost. Just, yes, allow that time of mourning for what you lost, but don't stay stuck there, and look at it in another way at that moment. Once you grieved the loss, what you're losing, look aside and see what you've gained as knowledge through your experience, as wisdom. Like, let's say someone loses their house by every which way, and they end up like, okay, I don't have a house no more. What do I do? Then they start discovering everything they didn't know they had. Either resources come and help. Either you start realizing you got, you're able to get organized. So look at what you gain through this experience. It's harder to see it while you're in it, but try to be self-aware as you're going through this experience. Take some moments, okay? And bring with you the feeling of when times were nice and things were easy, but not in a nostalgic way, in a way that it's your inner child, that exuberance for life. That's what's going to hold you up while you're going and doing the integration of shadow, okay? Because those go hand in hand. You're going to heal the wounds of your childhood. You're going to heal the things that created blockages in your adult life. Okay? So remember the good and bring that forward as a feeling. Okay? In the worst of some of my days, I used to go and watch these ducks. I could stay in my car. That's what I had as a way of living for a while. I was staying in my car. And it's an SUV. And I would go to this place where there was a whole bunch of ducks, and there's people that would come and feed the ducks. And I just keep observing them and seeing how they interact. It brought me a lot of just peace and joy to just observe nature in action. And that's what helped me kind of not think so much of my own situation in a negative way. I looked at what was the beauty around me while this is going on and things are just, I'm waiting for the universe to align things, because I was still searching for a place to stay, for a place to, even though I had some cash in the bank, it didn't mean I didn't have any. It just, there was no places to rent at that time. So it was just a little bit of, okay, what do I do? You know, I could go at a friend's place. I didn't want to overstay my welcome. I could go and maybe take a shower, maybe, you know, I could go and like, I had places to go, but I didn't want to, you know, impose my energy or put them out. So I had to learn to become, first of all, more self-reliant, but also be able to ask for help when you need to. And also at the same time, while I'm going through this, what do I want as an outcome? What do I want for myself? Like, how do I want to be throughout all this so I could take it in a better way? I could just sit there and just cry the whole time. That's up to me. But then I know I'll end up with a headache, stuffy nose, and puffed up eyes, and I won't. And if I ask for help in that condition, I'm not going to get any help, really. I mean, I didn't want to run on other people's pity either. I wanted, like, genuine hearts to be able to help when I did ask for help. So it's, how is it you want to be while you're going through these ups and downs in life? Because there's people that are always far off worse than what you are. There's people that are far off better than what you are. But the thing is, it doesn't matter about that. What matters is where you are at that moment, and what you decide to do with that at that moment, and how you choose to be in those moments. And keep it consistent in a good way, something that keeps your energy up and going as much as you can, because you will hit lows, but at least bring yourself back to that level you want to at least consistently stay on. And when you do that for a while, the universe starts being receptive. Last card I have here is Two of Wands. You get to choose and decide. You got a choice to make on which direction you want to go. As you're going through all these ups and downs, you get to choose which direction. What do you really want for yourself? We just finished talking about all these questions you can ask yourself, and this confirms it. What do you want for yourself? What do you absolutely, deeply desire that's heartfelt? Not the mind. Bring your mind down into your heart and then look at it that way. Bring your mind and your heart together, agreeing on a direction to go into. They'll bring you to your best potential outcome for you individually. If you got others that you're caring about, for you and the ones that you're bringing with you. Okay? And the sun is shining on you. Look, you're going to have success. You do these things step by step. Follow your intuition. Your intuition will tell you the same thing. But follow it. This is all an experience. It'll bring everything away from you that you thought was important until you start seeing that the important one is you inside, and the important thing is for you to connect with the divinity you have within you, and to listen to that guidance that is innately yours, that is hereditarily yours. It belongs to you. It's just as a society, we've forgotten how to use that. And now we're coming back to using that, because that was always ours to use. So this has been your message. This is Tina from Cosmic Turtles, and I know it's big. Take it with a grain of salt. If it doesn't resonate, have fun throwing it out the window. If it resonates, take heed and listen to yourself. This is Tina from Cosmic Turtles, and we'll see you next time.